Chronic pain is often associated with engine modification. K20 is not the most capricious option, but it has characteristic vulnerabilities. The revolutions may float. Not the worst problem, which can be treated by simply cleaning the throttle valve and idle air valve. There is noticeable vibration from the engine. This is common on used Hondas. Experts recommend checking the timing chain immediately, perhaps it has simply stretched. Oil leak. Increased oil consumption is most often associated with leaks in the front crankshaft oil seal. The solution to the problem is a standard replacement. The engine is knocking. The knocking noise is most often one of two problems: either the valve needs adjustment or you need to buy a new camshaft. Judging by the reviews of car owners, cars with the year of manufacture from 2001 to 2003 quite often showed a problem with local overheating of the fourth cylinder. Then the manufacturer resolved the issue, and younger models came without a tendency to overheat. You should always check the camshaft on used Honda Integras. When buying a car with high mileage, most likely it will be the first to be replaced. The engine, despite its capriciousness, is quite good, but does not like too viscous oils. For high mileage, the maximum that experts can recommend is 5W30, not thicker. The engine life is stated to be 300,000 kilometers. Owners complain about the outdated engine model and are trying to increase power. To do this, you can install a compressor, for example, Jackson Racing. It raises up to 290 horsepower. When tuning, it is important to remember that the pump, injectors, etc. must be replaced. To install a serious turbine, you will need to replace the connecting rod and piston group with a forged one, install stage 2 shafts, APR bolts, etc. In this case, you can accelerate the car to 400 horsepower pages, but the practical side remains a big question. And the design of the car itself is not designed for such overloads. Reviews from Honda Integra owners agree that it has a thin gearbox. In used cars, the synchronizer wears out. Operating problems include engaging first gear through second or smoothly in place. Some owners simply get used to the thoughtfulness of the automatic transmission and consider this a feature of the car, without taking it away for repairs. With careful use and normal maintenance, the gearbox lasts a long time. All owners note the rigidity of the chassis, although it is precisely due to this that the car corners perfectly. Malfunctions can be eliminated. Difficulties arise when purchasing parts. They are already rare, originals are expensive. A complex design requires contacting specialized centers. Owners agree that repairs on the knee will cause more trouble than save money. There are no manuals for Honda Integra in Russian or English, there are only general operating instructions. During the trip, extraneous sounds are clearly audible. The car does not have increased sound insulation. Although some owners eliminate this operating problem on their own. Cars with two front doors always have problems getting passengers into the rear seats. It is necessary to extend the front seat, not everyone likes it. The salon format is more suitable for young people rather than families. The Honda Integra was built for speed, not trail records. Low ground clearance requires the driver to be careful. It is worth choosing good dirt or asphalt roads. It is difficult for a car to get out of a country track. There is a greater chance that it will simply sit on the bottom and hang. This situation makes it difficult to pull it out of the mud on your own. You will have to look for a volunteer tow. Since 2006, the car is no longer produced. All models on the market are Hondas older than 15 years. It must be taken into account that the target audience is young people who love speed. The cars were not used once a year for trips to the country. They were driven around cities and villages, not sparing the suspension and body. When purchasing, you should pay attention to the paint job. Cars are often put up for sale after an accident. In the first year after purchase, the chassis begins to crumble, as the most vulnerable point. The steering rack may be loose. All ailments are typical for supported Japanese. Even taking into account the listed shortcomings, the Integra remains a popular car on Russian roads and is especially loved by Honda drivers. This is a reliable sports car that can last a very long time if you take care of it.